Hello and welcome back. And today I have the HP 5300 measuring system. And at first I just thought, okay, it's a nice little frequency counter. And why is it called a measuring system? And why does it have two type numbers? And I didn't get that at first. Let me zoom in what I mean. So when I first received this frequency counter, because I just thought, it's a nice little small one, it's from HP and it was a good deal. So I thought I'd check later what it exactly is. I just put my bid and I got it. And but here it says 5300A measuring system, and here it says 5302A 50 megahertz universal counter. And then I thought, why does it have two type numbers? HP, make up your mind. Is it the 5300 or is it the 5302? And later I just put it away because I had not enough of other stuff that I wanted to play with. And I just keep it in the corner for later review. And then much later, I found another one. It was also a good deal. So I said, okay, I don't have that type, and let's also put a bit on that one. And this one said again 5300 measuring system, but here it says 5303B 525 counter. And then I thought, wait a minute. So it seems that they have a different name for the display than the unit below. But still, no bells ringing. I thought, okay, it's like that. It's nice little counters, and it is nice for my collection because I haven't have that one. And again, I put it away later for another time. And then last week, I found another deal, and this time it was the 5300 and the 5301. This one can only do 10 megahertz, but it was cool because then I had the 300, the 53001, 53002, and I have here also the 5308. But then later I had a closer look when it arrived because I didn't see necessarily on the picture because I just was quickly on the deal. And but when it arrived, I saw, wait, this is the 5300, but it's the B version. And it was very nice. It came with a book, and a book for me always reads more easy. And these things are old because the manual is already dated from 73. So they are around that time. And then I found out it is actually really a system, and that's why it's called a measuring system. And as you can see here, you can have a lot of models. And all the modules are bottom units. And there are even a few, like a battery pack, that go even in the middle. So that is cool. And then I just went through it a little bit more. And then this is also about the 5308. Has all the schematics, everything. But there was one thing, and that's why I needed to read a little bit. It turns out that this '08 version, the 5308, only goes with the B version, and I think it also has one or two digits more. So, but the other way around does work. So the bigger display unit you can fit on the '01, and I checked that also uh, on the 5300A manual, and you can mix those, except for the '08 that needs to be with the B. So it's cool. I think I'm gonna mix them all, but first I like to see if they even work. So also first have a look at how does it work and if it even works. So I'll first see. This is the 50 megahertz, but I just put in the 10 megahertz just to see first if it works because it was too long ago. I don't remember. Okay, that seems to work. That is nice. At least it counts to 10 megahertz. So how does that work? Um, well, it seems that you can just pull the levers. Let me zoom in. So how this works, here is a little clip. You pull this, and then here it goes. You see? You pull a bit more, and then here it goes. And there is one big connector, and there is one big connector that connects them both. And here is the power supply, and you can switch from internal to external reference. So this is the measuring unit. So it seems that the oscillator is in the measuring unit and not in the, yeah, here is a gate out, but not a reference in. So the whole universal counter is probably just one big prescaler. And this is the measuring system itself. This is the heart of the system. Because here you have the oscillator selection and the oscillator in or out. And you can adjust the oscillator here also. So, well, I want to keep them paired just to be sure. But let's open another one also. Okay, first I'm gonna do a little check also if this one works or not. Because then at least I know. Power on. It seems to do something. Do I need the channel selection? Doesn't seem to be. It's just the range. Oh, the range 80 means this one, and the range is this one. So the range select the channel. Okay. Well, hopefully it works. Let's do a short. I'm not sure the gate works or it is in hold. Okay, the two top units. Then I wonder if they are really exactly the same. So let's try to open them. I see some clips here. It seems to be easy to open. Put the clip, put the clip. Doesn't seem that the plastic is in its way, so I. Okay, caution. It says a big point. Caution, caution. Okay, that works a lot better. Okay, cool. Ooh, look at this. It looks all gold plated almost. Let's do the same here. I need a screwdriver with a better fit. Oh, that indeed looks exactly the same. And here we have the standard oscillator. You can see in this is 10.0000. So the standard oscillator is in the display unit. And here we have exactly the same. You can see also it is 10 megahertz. If I maybe, yeah, maybe it's nicer to compare the 50 and the 10 instead of the 500, because that one is a lot different. And let's have a look at this one. And again, the display unit looks the same. That is good. And we have here the bottom of the 10, and we have a 3D print job, I see. Let's put that here. That is a pity. And oof, there was some work done here. I didn't even check if it worked. Let me do that first. And then you just put back. Okay. Okay, here at least it is blinking. That's good sign. This is great. This is not original, I think. That is a pity. They put a hole there. Perfect, still works. Okay, let's compare the two bottom units of the 10 and the 50, because they look a lot more alike. As you can see, this one is completely different, and this has a few more similarities. So this one we put away, and let's have a look with them. This is cool, man. So we know this works. They are the same type, so we should be able to just do this. And now I want to try also. Pull first. Pull, pull. Get the units on top. Yes. No. No. Okay. That is weird because they are both the same. Okay, it turned out that the oscillator was not running. There is a little switch, and I switched it over, and probably not good enough, or it's not doing any good connections. Yeah, this is just the 50 hertz of the net. But if I switch it on now, it's almost 10 megahertz. So that means now the clock is running, and then we probably can see some signal also. So hopefully that was it. Let's see. Yes, okay. I was afraid I broke it. Okay. Well, we already saw that the two top units were the same. So now I'm actually want to check, see the bottom units, how different that they are. And just to, I also want to check if this one is still good, because now I got a little bit confused which was working, which was not. Okay, so same process, click, 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 click. Okay, let's put the right side up. Oh, not that much in there. So this is the 10 megahertz version. One input also. That is maybe the main difference, that you see a lot more electronics in the other. So click, click. Right. Yes, indeed, a big difference there. As you can see, no oscillator in both of them because that was in the top unit. And yeah, here is a lot less electronic. It's one channel. This one is two channel, but also it calculates because you can do your channel B minus your channels and the period between the channels, and it can do some calculation stuff. I never used that, to be honest. But it can be useful, I think, if you want to measure two signals and you want to see the difference. Now we're gonna open the other one. It's also the A, and this one has the extra oscillator option. So I really wonder what that looks like. It is a little bit messy because I got distracted with the whole problem with the oscillator. And here is the option. So the oscillator is actually in the bottom. And then I don't know what you need to select here. I think both you select internal. But apparently if the signal comes from the bottom, it switches off in the top, or that I don't know how that is done. Because otherwise the oscillator will keep running when you need to. Okay. Look at this. I will zoom in. No, it's upside down. Okay, and this is the board of the 500 megahertz counter with the oscillator option, and it really is an oscillator. It's 10.000.002.5 hertz, and that is adjustable. See if you can read. It's a little bit flashy. But again, the circuit board looks really, really shiny. Look at this. Ooh. If it indeed is gold. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, here is also an internal external reference switch again, and it didn't feel that nice. So maybe this is the same problem, that it was not running, that the switch was also maybe a bit dodgy. Okay, that does also look a lot better. Again, clean the switches, as I always say, clean the switches, clean the switches. Now you can see that the gate is at least working on the check setting. And before we didn't see anything. I would have expected to see 10 if you put a gate, but it was overranging probably. Yeah, now it says 10 in the check mode, what it should do. Okay, switch off the check, and then we put some signal. Yes, and now it works. That is better. I don't know, it's 10 seconds now, or how long is this? Yeah, and immediately it's overranged. Okay. Then go back to 1K. Then we probably. There it is. Ooh, it needed some time to sample. Okay, same here with the switches. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is just cleaning. Okay. Okay, now I wonder if the oscillator is good, if they are both running. How is this with this thing? This one is running. This is the little oscillator. And here, and here we have the proper big one. That one probably needs to heat a little bit. We can put some extra digits. Usually this is more easy to read. It is indeed very stable, but it can have some adjusting. Okay, and then we have the B version. That one should have a lot more digits. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits. So that is very nice. Measuring on the A channel. I need to put signal, not mine. Okay, then they are also not bad. Let's see if I can I get an extra digit? Yes. Okay, and let's compare that with the other, with the old 10 megahertz, if it indeed has less. Well, I will just let them share an input. Okay, look at that. Both are measuring 10 megahertz, and this first version, the 5300A, only has 6 digits, and then it looks like this. But you see, this is a very nice dotted display, and I like that a lot better than the 7 segments we have here. But this one is 8, so this one is higher accuracy. But what I saw is that we can put this display on top of this one, and that is still what I want to do. I just want you to have a look at the display. Look, this is super cool. Instead of those newer displays of the B version, it has the little dots. Yeah, look. I really like that. This is what came in between the Nixies and the 7 segments. Yeah, and this is the other one. Oh, it is a lot more clear to read, but the dots are nice. So what I'm going to try to do is use the B system and put it on top of the 10 megahertz system. So instead of 6 digits, we have 8 digits, but still for the 10 megahertz. And I checked the documentation, it should be possible. Okay, let's see. I hope I don't break anything, because I finally got them all working again, but it should not. So here we have the display unit. We take off this one. Yeah. And then we're just gonna put it on top of this one. And then our 10 megahertz is with 8 digits. Or we have, or it's working. Yeah, it's blinking. Yes, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 only, not 8 digits. Maybe if I put it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if you put it on top, you don't get 8 digits, but you get 7. But it does work, so that is nice to know. I think the idea was very nice of HP to make this modular option, but I already went wrong here when the B doesn't go on the 5301 and 5302. Well, that worked, but not the other way around. And then you complicate things, and then in the end you just buy 1 meter that you need, and then you're not going to change, and then you have all your modules laying around. So maybe that's why in the end they have stopped this. I also saw a voltage meter, but it was a higher number. It was I think a 5470 something, and they look the same, but that is not exchangeable. I think there is a voltage model also for this. I'm not exactly sure which one that is. Yeah, that is the 5306. That should also be exchangeable, although then you have a lot of digits for your voltage meter, so maybe that is actually kind of cool, but I'm not sure if it really is a so many digit voltage meter, or you will just lose a lot of the digits. So I haven't tested that, but if I might find one, I will absolutely try to get it if the price is reasonable and I show it. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.